Developments in a story now we've been following. A woman who was behind the wheel of a car when it crashed, killing two young children, was in court again this morning. Investigators claim Takira Lewis White was trying to get away from police when she crashed. The two children who died were not buckled in and passed away at the scene. 10 on your side's Andy Fox was in the courtroom in Portsmouth this morning. And Andy, I followed your updates on Twitter. It sounded like it got really emotional at times in that courtroom.
Katie, it did. It really did. The trooper, Alan Martell, wept as he remembered the scene he came upon. You could hear him sniffling with the microphone, very distraught. He mentioned he's a dad too, spoke about how he applied CPR but was unsuccessful. Trooper Martell said Takira Lewis White, seen here in court on September 8th, was crying at the scene when he reached it. Martell says she was running around in circles in shock, crying. She was crying, screaming, yelling, "Why me, God, why me?" This was a preliminary hearing, and second-degree murder charges have been certified to the grand jury. The judge more than convinced there is evidence to move forward, and Lewis White remains in jail without bond. A grand jury will also likely return indictments for her eluding police and 3 counts felony child neglect. Outside court, the mother of 8-year-old Destiny Wilson and 5-year-old Shanta Wilson, there on the far right in the with a black coat on there. She had to leave the courtroom when the dash cam video was played showing the crash, which involved the vehicle flipping over once. 8-year-old Destiny was thrown from the car. Also with no comment, the family of Lewis White. They too are devastated and are old family friends of the Wilsons. In September, Lewis White's mother spoke to us after talking with her daughter.
On behalf of my daughter, I know she just kept saying she's sorry, she's sorry, she's sorry. And I don't know what else to say about it.
Details on why Lewis White was eluding police were not stated. You saw the exit there. The dash cam video, Katie, very, very graphic. The car just goes right off the side there. Of course, flips over. However, today she was found guilty on 2 misdemeanors also, including driving on a suspended license. Trying to figure out why all this happened. She was driving on a suspended license and reckless driving by speed. She has declined several requests for interviews. We would have asked her why. Why did all this happen? Was it due to her suspended license status and was trying to get away so she wouldn't be caught for that? But she has refused all requests for interviews. We'll have more of this coming up in our 150 minutes of news. Katie, just a very emotional day in court today on a very tragic story. People were crying all around the courtroom. Mother getting up, leaving. The trooper, very emotional. Just extremely, very sad. Back to you.
No doubt it was a really difficult day, Andy, and that question of why is one I'm sure a lot of folks want the answer to. Thank you.